Beautiful. What's up and on there, everybody? Welcome back to the Modern Roots Kitchen channel. Today we're going to be making a spectacular pot roast out of this venison shoulder we got here. Roll the intro. Stay tuned. Alright y'all, let's get started with this recipe. This sounds a little bit complicated, but it's actually a really easy recipe. We're going to let the oven do most of the work for us. So we got our venison shoulder here. A friend of mine went ahead and shot this week. It's been dry aging for a couple of days. We got it here nice and fresh. I got our mirepoix, that's just carrot, celery, and onion, as well as some garlic and fresh thyme in our roasting pan here. That's going to be the bed for our venison shoulder. I'm going to hit that with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. And we're going to grab our favorite rub. I'm using Fiesta Uncle Chris steak seasoning for this. I'm going to go ahead and put a nice coating on both sides of our deer shoulder here. This is one of my favorite seasoning blends. Feel free to use any other steak seasoning, maybe a fajita seasoning. You can just use fresh salt, pepper, and garlic. Would be great as well. Get a nice little coating on there. Bada bing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna roast this in the oven for 4 hours. We're gonna braise it in some liquid. So I'm gonna start it presentation side down, because we're gonna cook it for 3 hours covered, and then we're gonna flip it over to the presentation side up. We're gonna uncover it, and then it's gonna roast the presentation side of our beautiful piece of meat here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this presentation side down right on top of that mirepoix. Got a nice little mess of seasonings over here. I'm gonna go ahead and wash up. Got our beautiful bed. I have some mushrooms and potatoes and pepperoncinis off to the side. I'm gonna add those in for the last hour of cooking. That way they don't get too mushy. These vegetables here are for eating, but they're also for flavoring our liquid. So those are gonna go for the entire 4 hours. For our liquid here, I have some beef stock, beef broth I just got from HEB. Feel free to use your own stock. You can use vegetable stock. You can even use chicken stock. All that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 of these containers right in here. Now what braising means is you're just gonna submerge the meat about halfway, maybe a little bit more than halfway submerged in liquid, and you're gonna leave the top to roast. That way you get both a nice sear and then a nice juiciness on the bottom. You get the best of both worlds. So the goal is for our liquid to make it almost all the way up to the protein. Still leave the top. Now of course our protein is going to release some juices in the oven as well. So there'll be more liquid. So I'm shooting for about halfway up. I'm gonna open up a bottle of wine here. This is La Crema Pinot Noir. This is a pretty solid red. Feel free to use a Cabernet or Merlot. If you want to leave the wine out, if you want to add maybe a stout beer, that'd be really good as well. There we go. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna add about a glass worth in here. It's gonna add a beautiful flavor. We're also gonna pour a glass for ourselves. Beautiful. And last thing, I just have some tomato paste. This is just a tube of tomato paste. These are great. I'm gonna put a nice amount in there. That's about two tablespoons or so. Now let's go in for a close-up shot. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. We're gonna throw it in the oven for 3 hours, covered up, and then we'll take our cover off and we'll roast it for the last hour. All right, it's covered up. We're gonna throw it in a 350-degree oven for 3 hours, and I'll meet you guys then to uncover it and finish our roasting process. All right, y'all, we've taken our beautiful piece of venison out of the oven. It's been 3 hours. It's looking really nice already. I have our red potatoes, button mushrooms, and pepperoncinis right here. I'm gonna go ahead and add these for the last hour of cooking, just to get them tender but not overcooked. It's gonna be absolutely incredible. I'm gonna throw this back in the oven uncovered, and we're gonna finish braising it for another hour. Get a nice sear, nice crust on the top. It's gonna be beautiful. I'll see you guys then. What's up, y'all? We're back. I've got our venison over here resting. I pulled 2 cups of our braising liquid here. I got a little bit of olive oil on a saucepan, some all-purpose flour. We're gonna make a bit of a gravy, so we're gonna make a roux with our fat and flour mixture. Just gonna cook our roux down a bit. Make sure we cook out that raw flour taste. Add a little bit more fat. It's looking a little clumpy. A nice smooth roux. Keep it going. We don't want too dark of a roux. We just want to cook out that raw flour taste. Looking real nice till you get that popcorn kind of smell. Looking real nice. We're gonna go ahead and pour in our braising liquid to make our gravy. Perfect. Get that incorporated. Let's go ahead and switch to a whisk. Get this nice and smooth. All right, you guys, we got our venison shoulder all plated up, our vegetables on a big old platter. Found the perfect consistency for our gravy. It's looking real nice. I just had to add a little bit more of that braising liquid. Got the red wine in there, the herbs, all the vegetables. Looking real beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and put this all over the top of that venison. Get it real nice and luxurious. Throw some on the vegetables as well. All right, y'all, so we have our beautiful venison shoulder right here. We got all the vegetables, the beautiful au jus gravy, all on this beautiful platter. This is the perfect meal for winter time. Put it in the middle of a table with your family and just split it up, and it's absolutely spectacular. I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this off camera. Make sure you leave a like on the video, comment down below what you want to see next time. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace.